Welcome back to my channel. This is Tem Lawal. If this is your first time joining, do not forget to like, comment, and I've been getting comments on my Instagram, on my TikTok, people asking when I'm gonna post, and it needs to update them on how it's going over here. I know there's just so much right now. And as you all know, or in case most of you don't know, I'm back to school. I am, you know, I have a lot of things I'm doing right now. School is taking my time. School is taking everything. You hardly even have time for yourself. But I promised myself to try and make Saturdays days for my content. So whatever content I want to shoot, I'm going to be making it on Saturdays. But it was really hard making this decision because there's so much going on around me. I think I should just try and bear with me. I posted a video on my TikTok telling people to leave their comments below a particular video on my TikTok. So today I'm going to be answering questions from my DM about my migrate to the United States. Like I said, whatever question you're going to be asking me, I need it to be related to F1 visa. If it's not about F1 visa, student visa, I don't know what to say and I have no response to give to that. Stay with me while we do this together. Most of these questions are really funny, so I'm just going to read these questions just how they sent them to me. Right from my Instagram, to my Snapchat, and to my TikTok. Let's do this. Hi baby girl, please, are you in the US with a student visa? This your location, Houston is exactly where I want to be, but I'm looking for cheap universities there to apply. I want to study business administration. Please, I need an affordable school so I can quickly apply as soon as possible. I want to come to Texas latest March 2024 by God's grace. So, I'm going to answer this one first. This person wants to know if I came to the United States with a student visa. Yes, I came to the United States with a student visa. It's called F1 visa. And this my location is a very nice place to start up if you come to the United States, I believe. When you say you need a cheap school, so this is what you need to do if you need a cheap school. Go to your Google, search schools in Texas. No one can do that for you except you. These ones are basic things that you can do yourself. The next question here says, please, I have some questions I would love to ask you. Do I need my transcript first before applying to a school? Most schools here take transcripts. Like, I don't know if all the schools here take transcript, but most schools take transcript. Just in case I didn't mention the other time, any question that has to do with B1, B2, visiting, tourism, I'm not going to answer to them because I didn't do all of that. I did F1 visa, which is student visa. Please, can you tell us how you did your DS-160? Someone helped you, or what did you do? So nobody helped me fill my DS-160. I filled my DS-160 myself. And one thing you need to know is that you need to know your DS-160 just the way you need to know everything. Because when you go for your interview at the embassy, the DS-160 is going to be a guideline to the VO because that's where they'll get their questions from for you. It's like me not knowing you, and I told you to write about yourself in a form or in a book for me. Fill this thing out. I need to know about you. So when you come for an interview, whatever you filled out in this DS-160 is going to determine the questions I'm going to ask you. So when that day comes and you can't answer any of the questions on your DS-160, it just gives a red flag. It's either you didn't feel it yourself or you don't know what you're doing. So while filling your DS-160, make sure you know what you're feeling. Even if you're feeling whatever it is you're feeling, or they just know what you're feeling. Make sure when they wake you up at the middle of the night to ask you, you know what you're feeling in your DS-160. That's how DS-160 works. So I have another question from someone that says, hello, please, I studied nursing as my undergraduate course. I intend to do my master's in America, MSc in nursing. Please, could you put me through? You study nursing in Nigeria and coming here to study nursing is perfect. You don't have to go through too much. All you have to do is look for schools and send in your application. Please, what are the questions the immigration what are the questions the immigration officer asked you during the biometrics? I really don't know the biometrics this person is talking about. Maybe are you talking about when I entered into America, or you're talking about the embassy? Because at the embassy, you do the normal biometrics and all of that. This other question says, hi, good evening. Trust this message makes you well. I would like to know more about the visa the visa interview and I can prepare for it. Well, I've made videos about my visa interview. You can go check my TikTok and you can scroll around my video. I made a video how I got my F1 visa in 5 minutes. I made other videos. You can check to see how I got my visa and how the visa interview went. And I gave clues and tips on what to do and what not to do. Hi, Tam. I watched your videos on my visa interview. I have been denied twice for B1, B2 visa. My question here is, will it affect my F1 visa? And please, which school did you apply to and what is the acceptance rate in that school? Actually, I'm in my last semester in my undergraduate program. Is it okay for me to apply for master's program now? I honestly don't know. But I know that B1, B2 would not affect your F1 visa. I don't think it's going to affect your F1 visa. But if you don't try, how would you know? So give it a try. Was your interview held in Abuja or Lagos? Well, I did my interview in Abuja. Dad, please, I need your assistance for my F1 interview documents. Which document should I go with and what questions are likely questions? So when going for your interview, I advise you to go with your old passport, your new passport, your I-20, your DS-160, and try as much as possible to cross-check. If you have a study leave, please include your study leave. You have to include your service fee, bank statement, just in case you've traveled out before or you have other stamps on your old passport, you need to hold on to your old passport because that's going to be a leverage for you. Please, how did you go about your travel? I need help. I want to go to the United States, so I have my passport ready. This question is so funny to me. It's not about just waking up one day and saying you want to go to the United States. Are you ready? Have you sat yourself down to talk to yourself if you're ready? Because it's not about being ready and saying you want to go to the United States. Are you emotionally ready? Hi, I just watched your video talking about USA visa interview. I also have an interview coming up soon. I'm going there as a student. Please, I would love to hear more about it and guideline. Well, what I want to say is that on the day of your interview, be honest. Don't lie. Be confident and relax. Say your truth. Keep an eye contact. That's what I'm going to say. I enjoyed your video about visa experience. The last one made me smile. Congratulations. I would like to ask, what channel or platform did you use to get your visa interview date? And can you share the mock group? Well, I got the interview date myself. That was what I did. So when you pay for there's this I can't really remember this payment. I think they've increased it to like 150K because it was 70K when I paid for it. When you make that payment, they'll give you like a number. You can then log into your portal and fix a date. So you can always get a date yourself. But I feel to relieve you of the stress and to make it faster, that's why people go pay for date. That was why I paid for date. But at the end of the day, I got the date myself. I looked for the date myself. Were you fully funded or was it on one trial? So the funniest part is I wasn't fully funded. When I applied to my school, I was given a 20% scholarship. The school fees is like $46,000 and I was given a 20% scholarship. So I wasn't fully funded. And I think what gave me a better edge was that I was confident enough and I have a travel experience. And I feel that's what gave me a better edge. People have different things that give them better edge when it comes to interview. It might be because you work somewhere. It could be because different reasons. It depends on the VO. Do you provide proof of funds? Of course, I provided proof of funds. My proof of fund had like 68 million naira in it. Yeah, so I provided proof of funds. Were you fully funded or was it on one trial? So the funniest part is I wasn't fully funded. When I applied to my school, I was given a 20% scholarship. The school fees is like $46,000 and I was given a 20% scholarship. So I wasn't fully funded. And I think what gave me a better edge was that I was confident enough and I have a travel experience. And I feel that's what gave me a better edge. People have different things that give them better edge when it comes to interview. Hi, good day, ma'am. My name is Loveth. I saw your video on TikTok. I'm trying to make an inquiry on how to join the mock group and also how to get a date quickly for the interview. I'll be looking forward to hearing from you. I posted something on my TikTok about where you can join this small group. There's a place called Nairaland. There's some people called Afro. I can't really remember the name, but I'm gonna paste the name down here. You can join them for mock. Go on Nairaland, check for past questions. People always go on Nairaland to drop past questions for mock and all that. I checked Nairaland for, and I did mock interview. I met a couple of people on Nairaland, so we were able to come together. We made a group out of it, and we did our mock together. And how to get the date? Honestly, I know people buy dates. There's no point buying a date. Just go on the thing, go on the portal, and get a date yourself. It take you days. It might give you sleepless nights, which is really okay. I went through the same thing. Trust me, you can do it. I saw your video regards your master process to the United States. I wanted to make an inquiry. Please, I would like to confirm if you use an agent with your processing and if you mind sharing his contact. Also, to confirm if you had to pay application fee or for the application. And I would like to confirm if you used an agent, and also, can you please share his contact? And I would like to know if you paid for application fee. I didn't use an agent. I did everything by myself. Because most times these agents will just fuck you up. Because most of these agents will go around and just ruin your thing for you. So you have to be focused and know what you're putting down, what you're doing. I'm not saying you can't go around look for guidelines from people, look for people to help you out and all of that. It can be really stressful and it can be really overwhelming. And yes, every school has its application fee, but it's not like a lot. Maybe like $100, like $150. It depends on the school. So different schools with different application fee, but you have to pay your application fee. This other question says, please, concerning the visa approval, I would love to know more. I'm a registered nurse in Nigeria, planning to relocate to either UK or Canada. I'm in America. I'm not in UK and I'm not in Canada. So I don't know what to say. Hi, sorry to bother you. Just saw the video about Canada. I was asking how long does it take to go and do your medical exam after applying, because I've applied for it since 1 month, few weeks. I'm not in Canada. I'm in America. I don't know anything about Canada. Hello, I enjoyed your video about your visa experience. The last one made me smile. Congratulations. I'd like to ask, what channel or platform did you use to get your visa interview date? And can you share the mock group? I really love to get a response. Thank you so much for this, and I'm glad that video made you smile. The mock interview was from Nairaland. I met a couple of people on Nairaland. They added me to a group and we did it from there. So that's why I've been telling people to go to Nairaland. Go on Nairaland. They have questions and answers on Nairaland. Some people even drop their phone numbers on Nairaland. Add the phone number up and try to get familiar with people. For the interview date, you don't have to buy a date. You can always get yourself a date. That's how it works. You don't even have to pay for a date. Just go and apply for a date on the portal. You will get a date. What school did you apply to? So I applied to University of New Haven. It's located in Connecticut. Yeah, that's what I applied to. And I made a transfer to Houston Community College. Do you have travel history? Of course, I do have travel history. I've been to Sweden, I've been to Amsterdam, I've been to France, and I've been to, yeah. Did you provide proof of funds? Of course, I did. I provided proof of funds. How did you go about your proof of funds? Well, my stepfather sponsored my education and he gave me his proof of funds. So you have to provide a very, very good proof of funds that shows that you can pay your school fees. Or a proof of fund that shows that your sponsor can actually sponsor you. I thought you wouldn't need passport photo since you submitted. Well, since you submitted your passport online, it's still advisable to hold passport photograph when going. Because I don't see reason why you're going for an interview. Regardless, whatsoever interview it is, I think it's advisable to always hold a passport photograph, even if it's one or two. Because at the embassy, those people over there will charge you a lot of money for just one copy, one passport photograph. So try to take your passport photograph from home. You can hold two. Don't think because you submitted online already, you don't have to hold another passport photograph. Please endeavor to hold passport photograph. Do they stamp this visa immediately? No, they don't stamp visa immediately. If your visa is approved, you'll be given a white paper and they will hold on to your passport. They will send you an email 2, 3 days after or 4 days to come get your passport. That's when you get your passport and your visa will be on it. But the moment you go for your interview, you get your response immediately. But if you're denied or whatever, they'll give you other colors. I don't know. But for approval, I know they'll give you white paper. What visa are you talking about? Is it a B1, B2 spouse visa? Let us understand the visa you're talking about. I've been talking about this over and over and over again. However, for the last time, I am on F1 visa, student visa. What tutorial can you recommend for me to prepare for my interview? Go on Naira Land. There's a search bar up there. Put F1 visa interview. Go there and you will see past interview, how it went. Everyone has their interview and how everything went there, so you can have an idea on how to go about it, because there's a technique to answering questions at the embassy. You don't just go and just say what's not. There's a technique to it. So this brings us to the end of the Q&A questions and answer for my F1 interview. And I would like to tell you that don't be scared. It's okay to be scared. It's really overwhelming. It's okay to feel some type of way, but you can do this. I did it and you can do it too. Believe me. And do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment. If you have any question, just drop it down below. And you can follow me on TikTok, on Instagram, on IG. Thank you.